You're just here seconds before I start the live stream. I'll be back in a second. There's a truck pulling up right now, and I walk up to train tracks. I'm driving out when I get across the train tracks. It was like this when I first came out. There's nothing happening, and then I think at the second intersection after I came out, there was a tail lift, a whitey, and a silver car all pulling up to the intersection at the same time as each other. Like before I got to the intersection, and then there's things at the intersection, and then it was like constant stalkers for a while, and then it was quiet when I turned the camera back on again. These fluctuate. I don't know when they're gonna be back in hordes, or if it's gonna be a sound effect or nothing or what. This car looks like he's getting to that. He's turning right now. There it is. The car just drove by me over there too. Stalker sandwich. There's a car coming behind me as I have to walk around this. A white SUV. That's tan car. This is right after the garage door where they sink at. Like 3 feet off. I hear an engine sound. Do you hear it? It's over that way somewhere. Did you hear it? Don't sink. See a car's headlights over there. I'm just like, don't sink. You didn't sink. Thank God. So he might be an unsynced one, but then if I walk over by his car, he might sink though. I don't know. This looks like a whitey at the corner of this. I hear an engine sound as I walk through this. Don't sink. It's like right here. See the sink? Don't sink. The light's turning red right now. Right at the curb. Center of the street. This guy was walking by me when I got across the street. That guy. He's probably gonna walk behind me seeing too. When's he gonna walk behind me? I'm walking up to the Freemason building right now. Is it gonna be there? Here's the corner of it. He's walking up behind me right now. I'm pressing the crosswalk thing right now. I think I saw an ambulance way up at the light over there. I don't know if it was an ambulance or not, They like to sink things way over there though. Tail lift and a red car at the intersection. I keep hearing the engine sounds over there. I'm hearing them again as I get up to the street. This car's gonna turn right now. Watch. Was it a red truck? And I don't know. Don't sink. Okay, I wasn't there yet. Don't sink. I just hear him. I hear this engine sound right now. I just hear him coming behind me. I don't even look back at him, and I just know he's gonna drive by right there. Cause it's just the same thing every day, so I can hear how far away they are and how fast they're driving or whatever. I just know there's a semi right now. He looks synced. And the car is turning when I get across. The light turned green when I got across. Looks synced. I heard the engine sounds again when I got across. And I'm hearing other engine sounds. Oh, I think it's that semi that drove by. Over that way, I'm hearing the engine sounds. I think the semi is making his engine sounds. This has a dim light. Dim light, whitey. I'm hearing the engine sounds again right after he drove by me. This car, I don't know, it's not really synced. So that's one. I think that's the only one I've seen this morning that looks like, well, except a bunch of cars over at the light and shit. I don't know if they're sync heads or not, but I think that's just one, and all the rest of them are synced. What about this one? He's got one light. Is he synced? I hear these engine sounds ahead of me. I was walking by the door. Yeah, I think this semi was in front of me at the same time that he drove by me. Over at the light. Here's a car getting up to the intersection. He's not there yet. Is he gonna drive by the center of the street? Yeah, pretty much. Here's a car when I get across the street. He's got one orange light. Here's a whitey truck right at the edge of the sidewalk. And then the cars that it met were in front of me when that car drove by me. Probably sync heads. What about these cars? This white truck right now looks synced. I just want to see what happens when I get to the light. It's gonna be synced. Corner of the building. He's hitting his brakes right there. And then he's gonna turn synced. Is he gonna turn synced? Is he turning here? And I'm also walking by this van that's always a sync head. There's nobody in it, but it's always a sync head though. And I was walking by it when the car turned. I think I was walking by the back bumper of it when the car turned. They like to sync back bumpers and front bumpers. If you don't already know, they like to sink. The light in the Walmart just turned on when the light turned green. Or the Walgreens, I mean. The light in the Walgreens parking lot turned on right when the light turned green. So, saying that happened. It was at the exact same time. What's gonna be at the intersection? White or red? Or white and red? Or red and blue? Or black and silver? Or a cop? Or all the above? Or what? Or a telelift? Or a semi? Or a FedEx? What's gonna be? Or an ambulance? Or a fire truck? Or a motorcycle? Probably not a motorcycle. It's kind of cold. It's not that cold, but I doubt I'll see a motorcycle. This car is turning right now in the parking lot. I think it's synchronizing. It's gonna get out when I walk up or something. Or they're gonna drive back out of the parking lot. Right when I walk up. They just drove in the parking lot, did a giant circle in the middle of the parking lot, and then drove back out. Like, why don't you turn around right here? You don't have to drive all the way to the middle of the parking lot. They stopped right now. He turned right now. The one from the parking lot. He's waiting to turn until I got all the way across the street. This guy, what's he doing? Does that look like odd behavior? He's turning at the corner of the house, I think. It's dark, I can't tell. It's a black car with a dog hanging out the window as the silver car is turning. Park is just a car drives by me. I hear engine sounds, and there's this truck with a trailer driving behind me when I look back. I think I saw some whiteys back there too. This car is straightening out on the street right now. He looks like a sinkhead. I hear semi behind me right when I get across. He's probably directly behind me right there. But yeah, the parking lot car. What was up with that guy? Like, why do you go in a parking lot and drive all the way to the middle of it to turn around? You don't have to drive all the way into the parking lot. And then sit at the light and wait to turn. He didn't have to wait to turn. He could have just turned. What was he waiting for? People just do things out here that makes no sense. I hear an engine sound right now ahead of me. I'm almost at the sidewalk. Is he sinking at it? corner of the house, and it's red. Oh, here comes this loud box truck again right now. He met me sync before I was recording. And I swear, this car just came up over the hill when I got across the street. Is that one? And that box truck, like, I swear he drove by me one time and it was quiet. And then he drove by me again and it was loud one day. So it's like they turn it on, whatever, they make it louder. Here's that silver bus thing again. I'm almost at the street right now. Is he a sinkhead? That car was at the corner of this house. Is he a sinkhead? Hearing engine sounds over this way again. Is it the sinkheads again? I hear a car coming up behind me. Is it gonna be a sinkhead right now? I hear a car coming up behind me for the other side. They're both black at each side of the street. This car started to drive and the white car drove by me. Let's see. I think the light turned green when the light he got over there, maybe. And I heard a sound in a house, like when I got across the last street. I don't know if it sounded like someone was like closing the door. So I don't know if somebody like tapped on their window or something. Or like had their door open and closed it, synced or something. This car is driving right now, the light's turning synced. It's a white truck. Is he a sinkhead? Dang, it's so quiet right now. I don't hear the engine sounds anymore. It's dead quiet right now. Just the way I like it. I don't know, it's a white truck. Wasn't synced though. It was at the door of the house or something like that. I don't know. I hear engine sounds again. I hear them again. Right when I walked up to the street. These cars are probably gonna sink. I'm walking by the corner of this house as they pull up behind me. I think it's a red truck too. This is a quiet street. This car's pulling up right at the edge of this driveway slash corner of this garage. It's a white SUV. Looks like a sinkhead. He's probably gonna drive through the intersection synced. Here comes another car behind me. He's gonna drive right as it drives by me, right? Nope. He's driving by at the corner of his house though. Is he gonna hit his brakes right now? Yup. Hitting his brakes right now.